Hey, friends. So I am here. This is a bucket list interview for me because if you know me, you know I've been a fan of this show for years. I watched it before my daughter was born. I watched it when my daughter and my son were born. So I am talking today to the creators of Yo Gabba GabbaLand, Kristen Jacobs and Scott Schultz. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today. How are you doing today?
Great.
Amazing. Having so
Yeah,
much
really
fun.
good. Yeah.
This show, first of all, I want to say thank you very much. I mean, this show, like I said, I've watched it before my kids were born. I loved it. I would tell my friends that had kids about it. And when my daughter was born, I would sit down with her and watch it. We'd watch the DVDs. She had a Broby that she would carry with her everywhere. I bought two of them in case she ever lost one. We had the spare.
Good dad.
But
That's a
yeah,
good dad right there. That's a good dad.
Oh,
that's a dad hack right there.
Great
But
dad
yeah, so
hack.
we've watched the live shows, the DVDs, the CDs, everything. But for me, my first question for you is: every show has a specific theme. This season we have like, thanks, new, food, body. How long does it take from the concept of the show to what your idea is going to be to get it completely done? Because we all the songs and cartoons match that theme. So how long does it take to get all that done and to get it live on the air?
I could start with fortunately, just like you have a crew of other fan dads who share the same dream, we have a crew of just absolute geniuses that we all work together. So there's animation people going, music people going, and we're dreaming just large. We're like, no, we can't just have one band for the whole season. Every episode has to have two bands. You know what I mean? So we really approach it. It takes a while. Definitely, it takes a while, but we approach it as if every one of those episodes is like a moment in our lives that we experience for months, and we love it. So it's beautiful. It feels like a
Yeah.
beautiful offering.
And to kind of
Nice.
like get into the nitty-gritty of the technical of it, like to kind of maybe answer like in more of a timing way, I think typically like pre-production, meaning writing and then writing songs and developing and recording, it takes about 3 months. And then shooting the show takes about 3 months, and then finishing it takes about the same time. But there's always ideas coming in the side, and we try to keep the narrative part of the show as simple as we can, one for the audience, but also so that there's like room for things to jump in at the last minute, or things to like change or be enhanced, or get better, like, oh, this could be better if we did this. And
Mhm.
which is kind of hard to do because we do a lot of like pre-recording of all the voices, but
Mhm.
we are kind of liquid enough that we can kind of change things at the last minute. But um, I think if you keep things simple in the beginning, then you can make them more and more crazy as you go, and that's kind of the Gabba way, I guess, the formula, right?
Yeah.
Gabba way.
Yes.
Have fun and dream big. That's kind of the Gabba
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That definitely. I mean, because like I said, this show it's more like a. I feel like it's a generational thing. It's like it's one of those things that, as because you could see like when you go to the live shows, like it's not just the kids that are out there dancing, having fun. The parents are having out there too. But you mentioned the bands earlier, and there is a lot of great bands on this show. So how is that process too of like picking which band, or do you guys have like certain bands that at the beginning that you want to use, or it's just like, hey, I heard this group the other day, and I think fit well with us.
Well, Christian's still in a band called the Aquabats that is in the
Yes, yes.
exciting conclusion of this series. So I just want to say, even though we have gray hair, we continue to follow music and love it. And we just constantly have wants, just like this would be amazing. And at the end of the day, the wants never about who's the most popular or who's the most recent or who's got a single. It's
Mhm.
always about who's here for the kids. And it's
Yeah.
beautiful. We recognize that now. The bands that come on are just amazing and beautiful. And a bunch of
Mhm.
them are like my favorites still, even though I'm kind of a generation older. Santi Gold coming on, right?
Yes,
Sleigh bells,
yes.
churches. It's such a
Chicano
beautiful
Batman.
thing.
And we were big
Aquabats,
fans.
Chicano
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah,
Go,
Chicano
Christian.
Batman. Love those guys are awesome. They're so cool too, and
So
they're kind of
cool.
a newer band. But Santi Gold, it was Santo Gold, like we wanted her on the original show back in Nickelodeon, but it just didn't ever work out. But then her coming on this time, the timing was perfect because she has twins that are the age group. They love Yo Gabba Gabba. They watch it at their house. And so when she came on, she brought like a whole level of understanding and love that we look for. We kind of like we have like a list of bands we like, and we kind of chum it out there. Like anyone want to come, and the people that usually show up are the people that have a stake in the game, if you will. Like they have kids at home, or they like love the show because their kids watched it, and they get it, and that's who we look for. That is that energy, like that they're for genuinely for the kids, not just to, you know, get more popular or, it's that they're there literally for the kids. Like that's what we look for. And Santi Gold was amazing. She was awesome. And
Dream
anyway,
come
it
true.
goes on.
Dream come
Silver
true.
Sun Pickups. They were all fans of the show. Like most of the bands on this season were like really big fans of the show already, and so like that just adds, a level of fun and joy and love to the performances and the interaction and the connection. Connecting with people is like the whole intention of the show, is to connect with each other. Like let's all be
Definitely.
friends. Let's all be friends.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. My last question for you is you've just mentioned some of the great acts. There's a lot of always great actors on the show too. Who is the one celebrity or musical act that you would love to get on the show? Hopefully next season or in the seasons to come.
Man, that's another big list, right?
There's always people, right? Some of them are like, I don't know if we can get them on, but we're dreaming big. You know what I mean? Like the Pixies or the Cure, like some of these bands from my
Cure,
generation.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. Scott and I, we've known each other since we were teenagers, and we used to go to shows all the time in high school. And the one band that we really like fan-dadded out on when we were kids was the Pixies, because we kind of come from this like punk rock scene, and then we
Right.
got into classic rock, and then it was like, wow, the Pixies just combined both of them perfectly, and of course, had a huge influence on Nirvana and all the bands to come after that. So like, the Pixies for Scott and I is like that's kind of our dream band to have on the show. But we've wanted them on since the beginning, so
Come
maybe
close.
we'll see what we can do. And a lot of times it's about timing, because we've talked to the people in their camp a little bit, and they've expressed interest, like yeah, they love it, they love the show, but sometimes it's like they're on tour and we just can't make it work, and it is what it is, right? So, but that would be fun. We like the Pixies, but
Awesome.
the remaining Beastie Boys would be amazing. Bad Brains would be cool. Like, I mean, I'm
Bad
just talking about
brains.
old bands.
What?
How about last season? We really tried to get Johnny Marr on the show. Remember, we were trying for Johnny Marr. Like that was like our
Yes.
hero, Johnny Marr. Like
Yes. Johnny Marr, please hear our plea.
hear our plea.
Well,
Noel Fielding,
hope
we really would love to work with the Mighty Boosh guys. Any
right.
of these UK comedians like Richard Oyate and like Noel Fielding, we tried, but he was shooting the British Baking Show or whatever, and
All right. Well,
couldn't make it work.
hopefully one of
Yeah.
them sees this, and we'll see them in the future season.
Well,
But
the good thing is
thank you.
Apple TV's been really supportive of the show too, so they're like
Uh,
they do what they can to help us secure some cool stuff. So thank you, Apple TV, for bringing us on.
I wish I had more time with you too, but I mean, maybe another day. But thank you very much for your time today, friends. The second season of Yo Gabba GabbaLand is going to be on Apple TV. Definitely watch it, and I know we'll be watching it too. So thank you for your time today, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Victor.
Vic.
Fan dads.
We're
Yeah.
fan